Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video might be seen and shared. Celine Driver once again bringing you another unboxing and review of a watch that is mine. And yes, it's another Zelos. I just can't get enough of them. So recently the company released another flight of their new field watch, the Aurora. Not their first one. There was a field watch from the Horizon lineup a while ago. I did own one of the green ones of that. You can look for that video in my stash. But I like the Auroras a lot better. They're offered in 38 and 42 millimeter versions, whereas the Horizon was only a 39 millimeter. That's a little small for me. I really do like the 42 millimeter Auroras. This is my third 42 millimeter Aurora. I have an orange one, which I picked up from a fellow member of the Random Rob watch community. He goes by Big Bearded Viper. I know his real name, but I'm not authorized to use that name, so I will not. And the first one I have is actually the last watch my dad ever purchased before his untimely passing, which was the teal 42 millimeter. That watch I think will be a keeper just because of the sentimental value of being the last watch he ever bought. And he really liked teal. So, but I do have this watch in here, and you already know what it is from the title, so I'll spare you any further delay. It does come in the the new Zelos cardboard box. I've not been saving the cardboard boxes since they don't hold up very well in storage. But they do come. All the watches now come in this 3-bay leather-like case, which also doubles as a fantastic travel case, by the way. And inside, I have a gold carbon Aurora. Now, this is not my first gold carbon Zelos watch that I've experienced. I did get to review and enjoy for a time a gold carbon, gold forged carbon, or forged gold carbon dialed Comet, which is the second of the dress watches that Zelos made after the Nova. I like the gold carbon dial, but the Comet's a little small for me. So I did not buy that watch after the tour ended, although I did have the opportunity to do so. But when Elshin announced that he was going to do a 42 millimeter Aurora with the forged gold carbon dial, I just said, I got to have one of those. And this one is number 17 of 150. You can see there's the card that it came with. And it is, in fact, serial number 17 of 150. And other than that, it's a fairly typical Aurora. It's with the sharp edged lugs with the squared off ends, the fixed smooth bezel. But let's zoom in on that dial, shall we? Let's take advantage of my camera's ability to get in there. It's beautiful effect. It looks even better in daylight, but right now it's raining outside, and I'm not going to take the watch out in the rain. Well, more to the point, I'm going to take me out in the rain. I really don't want to do that. The dial is made by adding bronze additives to carbon and then forging them together, and then clear coating the dial so it has a bit of a sheen to it. If the camera can pick that up necessarily, I think it does if you play with the angles. You can see the sheen right there. It's made by a company called Fat Carbon for Zelos. I think they do other stuff as well. Obviously, I mean they're not going to make not going to make a hell of a lot of money making dials for just Zelos. Applied indices at the 12, 9, and 6 and 3. The other indices are cut into the carbon, so it's a combination of a sandwich dial for the loom and applied indices at the 4 points, which are also loomed. You have a minute track in board in black, sign crown as you can see, and you have on the back a screw down. Whoops, it's upside down. Screw down crown, of course, but screw down case back with the image of the Aurora, which was a polar exploration vessel, carved into the case back, and you can see there it's number 17 of 150, among the other verbiage that is typically on the case back. You have quick release spring bars, so if you wanted to change this bracelet, which it's a beautiful bracelet, I don't know why you'd want to do that, but if you want to change it for a rubber strap or a leather strap or even, God help you, a NATO, you could do so. Just make sure you have your own spring bars, because obviously you need to provide them. It is a full titanium case, bracelet, and clasp. Wait a minute, I think the clasp is stainless steel. I'm not sure. No, the clasp is titanium. Forgive me. It is a fully milled clasp, as you can see. It's all grade 2 titanium. It uses a push button micro adjust. You can see mine's extended out a bit. I had to take off like 5 links. I mean, this watch will fit a ton of wrists. I took 5 links out, and then I extended this out a bit so that it can fit a watch that's ready for fit a wrist that's in the summer, which is perpetual in Florida. But if I ever got cold, my wrist shrinks. It's obvious. You just push the button in here and just slide the bracelet inward, and you have lots of adjustment. And I think right about there is where I had it. I'll get a wrist shot here in a minute. And the removable links are held in by screws, so it's easy to work with. I had this thing adjusted for me in about 5 minutes. It was very easy to work with. On my 7 1/4 inch wrist, the watch fits beautifully. You can see it down the barrel. It hits me just at the right points on my wrists. I think anyone down to about a 6 1/2 inch wrist, maybe even 6 1/4 inch wrist, can get away with this, depending on if taking out those last 2 links will allow it to fit. If not, you could put it on a different bracelet or a strap, and it will work fine. But when this thing comes to you with all these links in it, the 8 inch wrist is easily accommodated with this watch. Screw down crown that disengages with a very easy to feel and hear pop. It does not have a ghost position. It's one click hacks the movement and allows you to set the time, push it back in, screw it down, and you have your full water resistance. And this watch is water resistant enough at 200 meters where you could obviously submerge it. I don't think you'd want to wear it as a dive watch, but since most people have dive computers on their wrists nowadays anyway, a dive watch is kind of more, costume jewelry than anything else, since nobody who scuba dives seriously anymore relies on a watch to time the dive. But it looks good. It's a single fold, click, twin push button release. If you push one button in, it does not release. You have to push both in, so it's not going to easily pop on you. It's very comfortable. Obviously, being a full titanium watch, it's not going to be very heavy. You do get a sapphire crystal. Obviously at this price point, and knowing Zelos as I do, they don't go half-assed on the crystals. It's a flat crystal, as you can see, with AR coating. Inside the case is a Miyota 9039 movement. The 9039 obviously doesn't have a date function on it in this application, so it's a single pull to set and hack the movement. It also hand winds if you needed to, otherwise it functions as a regular automatic. It is 200 meters water resistant, as I said, and obviously this is the 42 millimeter version of the watch. They didn't make the forged carbon, the forged gold carbon in the 38, but there are multiple 38 millimeter offerings in both flights of the Aurora. I choose not to partake of the 38 because it doesn't look right on me. So 42 millimeter case diameter. It's 49 millimeters on the tip to tip. It's a 22 millimeter lug, and it's 12.4 millimeters thick to the flat sapphire crystal. All measurements were taken from the Zelos website, except for the thickness, which I double checked with my caliper, and it is 12.4 millimeter. It is a beautiful piece. Now, even though there are 150 gold forged, gold carbon, or forged, I gotta get the sequence right, forged gold carbon dials, watches. Each one is unique, owing obviously to the amount of bronze additive in each dial, and the forging process. Each dial is going to be unique, just like each meteorite dial that you get from Zelos or anywhere else for that matter is going to be unique. So even though it's one of 150, you can argue, I think correctly, that this is a one of one in a way. And I like mine. I think that has the right amount of forged carbon in it and the right amount of bronzy gold element in it that really makes the dial pop. And, obviously the hands are silver color or white gold color. I'm pretty sure they're stainless steel hands and indice surrounds. It makes it very easy to read. And as a nice bonus, the movement is highly anti-magnetic, as you can see on the dial. Beautiful watch. I really like the Aurora aesthetic. I think it's a field watch without looking like a field watch. I personally find the vast majority of field watches that are out there in the world, including the Horizon field watches, look a little strange to me. I mean, they're not bad looking watches by any stretch of the imagination, but they don't look quite right to me. This one looks quite right to me, so I'm very happy with the way this watch looks, and very happy to have purchased it. I like the Aurora. I hope Elshin does more Auroras. I would love to see down the line, hint, hint, Elshin, a Damascus. I mean, he did a Damascus 38 millimeter in this second generation flight of Auroras, but I mean the Timascus, the blued Damascus effect. I think that would look spectacular in this application with the with the smooth bezel, I think that would look fantastic, and I hope Elshin considers that down the line. I would even like to see the yellowed Damascus as well, and some more interesting dials. I think a mother of pearl would look fantastic. I think a Damascus dial with this case and bracelet would look fantastic as well. So I think there's plenty of life left in the Aurora lineup. But anyway, enough of that. I am done with the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it to be useful, entertaining, informative. If you did, please click that thumbs up button for me. That does help with the YouTube search algorithm and helps bring people to the channel. And that's always a good thing. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. However, if you are going to try to troll me, you're going to try to insult me, or you're going to leave links to bad places on the internet, in my comment section, I will simply deal with that the way I always do, deleting the comment and blocking the commenter. If you're new to the channel, of course, I bid you welcome. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am getting fairly close to 1,000 videos on my channel uploaded by now. And there's a lot of entertainment and information available on my channel. Whether you like watches, whether you like listening to me rant and rave about various things. If you like Mustangs, Celine Mustangs, there's videos about that. There's all kinds of good stuff there. So please feel free to watch as many videos as you like. All I ask in return is that you please click that subscribe button for me. And when you do, don't forget to click the bell icon so that when I upload new videos or I do a live stream, you will be alerted. And as I always say at the end of my videos, and it's a cautionary warning, but also a little fun. It is a crazy old world out there. It's not getting any less crazy, folks. Trust me. I watch the news. You watch the news. We all know it's getting bonkers out there. So please, be safe out there. Be careful. Be well. See you soon.